Hey group, Bill Greenberg with PhoneScholar.com. Today is Tuesday, August 3rd, 2010, and yes, for those of you who have noticed, I de-wolfman myself. I finally found my razor, so I'm good to go, and here's what's on the website today. Blackberry Torch, or the 9800, is official, launching August 12th on AT&T for, you guessed it, $200, the magic dollar amount, and of course that's with a rebate, and by getting a voice and data plan. And here's a couple of, check out the latest video that I have on there. It has an introduction. It's silent. I was hoping there'd be some music behind it, but it does show all the features of the 9800, which is pretty cool, or the Torch, excuse me. And here's some of the key features. It has a capacitive touchscreen, so it's real good to the touch. A slide-out QWERTY keyboard, so it's a slider. It slides up. Blackberry 6 OS, the first phone to have the 6 come out with it. A real heavy-duty WebKit browser to make it faster browsing on the internet. The Blackberry App World pre-installed, which is really cool. So again, making downloads is going to be, or loading apps is going to be very, very simple. 3.2 inch screen, 5.0 megapixel camera with a flash and geotagging. And geotagging is if you've taken a picture and you want to remember where that picture was taken, you want to go there again, it'll help you get there. So that's what's really cool about that. So built-in GPS and Wi-Fi for that. They'll be available at Best Buy, Walmart, Radio Shack on the 12th, of course with AT&T and AT&T Online. And I did put a link to the AT&T Blackberry Torch website that right now it says email, it says I'll send you an email when it's ready, but when they do come online August 12th, that's where you can go to order them. There will be, I'm sure, more videos to come. There was Engadget did have a hands-on video that's up right now if you want to go over to Engadget.com, but I'd rather get one of their review videos because they're so much better, and unfortunately I still have not got my connection to get the phones to review myself. Otherwise I would do that for you. So if you want to go over to Engadget.com, you can check out what it is right now, or like I said, in the next few days I should have some video on that. I also hopefully will have video on the entire AT&T conference that they had today. So keep an eye out for that. I'll follow up with that. Speaking of follow-up, and this is great, Apple pulls Droid X AntennaGate attack video from website. And it's really cool. If you go to the apple.com website, it does not show they actually took off all the videos of attacking the other phones. So, and now they do say that their videos are still on youtube.com/Apple. I put a link to that. First of all, when you go to the link, it actually reroutes you to the Apple Store, number one, so you're going to have to retype that in. I'm sorry, but I couldn't stop that. Maybe there's some technical way of doing that, but I couldn't. But then I went directly to the YouTube site, and as it says in the article, you can't find these. You have to go through all kinds of hoops, so basically they hid these videos. Hopefully somebody got to old Steve-O, and said, you know what, maybe this is not the best angle that we should take. And here's the moral to the story. Number one, don't mess with your elders. Okay, as Motorola said, they've been making phones for 30 years. Don't mess with them. And number two, be humble or else. So this really kind of backfired on him. Of course, you know what? The iPhone's still selling like crazy. So I don't know how much it is backfiring. But however, there were a couple of ads or a couple of articles, I didn't put them in here, talking about how much the Android market is grown, 886% since it first came out, and it's growing faster. This year, 27% of the phones were bought were Android phones, as opposed to 23% for Apple or for iPhone phones. But the single individual iPhone was still by far the most bought phone. So go with what you got. Lastly, the truth about those data mining Android apps, and there's a whole new article. I did one last week about how the wallpaper app was grabbing personal information and sending it to a server in China. Well, that's all kind of been debunked, sort of, and I'll get into it. But basically, a website called VentureBeat first reported that the wallpaper apps were harvesting browsing histories, text message, and passwords. And that was 100% pure D wrong, and that's actually been retracted by VentureBeat. Now, the actual developer of this wallpaper app, which by the way still has been pulled by Google pending the investigation, so they're still not 100% sure, but basically he said that he was collecting info to identify a device so the app could keep track of its users' preferences. Nothing else. It wasn't pulling any other information off, just so it could track the user preferences and keep them stored and saved. Now, they've asked other developers, Android developers, is he telling the truth? Is that probably what it was? And all of them pretty much just said to to the nth degree that, yeah, you know what, he's probably correct. There probably was nothing malicious about it, but he could have gone about it in a completely different way. Rather than hiding the permission in the app and just automatically pulling it, he could have gone through some Google IDs and stuff like that. That would have been a better way. So check out the rest of the article, because there's a lot more information on there than I'm putting here. And basically, you conspiracy theorists will say he's pulling stuff like that, and everybody else will say, okay, well, maybe it wasn't malicious. We'll find out more when Google finishes his investigation. Under categories, under Amazon and Kindle, the new Kindle 3 is already sold out. If you were planning to purchase one, I'm sorry, but they're sold out. You might want to check with Target to see if they still have them in stock, because they are selling them through there. But online, they are sold out. They do say that if you order it now, you can get it by September 4th. So, but you know the way those things work, those dates can be pushed around a little bit. So you might want to check it out if you had an idea to do it. The Kindle DX, the bigger one, for $379 is still available, they said. And then under Sprint 4G, and I'm only putting this on here only because I put this on here every time, but they've rolled out 5 more cities. Kansas City, Modesto, Stockton, I think it was. So if you're into 4G and the Sprint, this information is for you. That's all I got for today. To see all these articles, and please go to the website to check out these articles, because these are very, very brief summaries, because all these articles are a little bit long, but they're packed with information. So please go to the website, www.phonescholar.com, and have a great day. I shall see you tomorrow.